Hi, this is Saima, and I'm about to do a demo reading on a question that my client Sophie, who has generously decided to be the guinea pig for this demonstration. Thank you, Sophie.
You're
So
welcome, Saima.
I'm going to play this. So, what's your question?
I'd like to receive whatever wisdom the universe thinks I need today.
Oh, wow, that's
Yeah.
powerful. That's powerful. Okay, so when I tune into your energy, I feel like a Celtic cross would be a good idea, and this one fell out, so I'm just going to do that. I know from reading for you before that we have a great connection, and I find that it's easy for me to read. Okay, tell me when to stop.
Please stop.
Okay. So I'd like you to cut the deck with your left hand into 3 piles. And then tuning in with your heart, pick up one deck with your left hand. Okay, perfect. What's your zodiac sign, Sophie?
Sagittarius.
Okay. So, okay, this is a really beautiful energy. Okay, this one wanted to come out, so I'm going to bring it out anyway. And the card that fell out, as soon as I connected to your energy, I do like to read that. And this is the Two of Wands.
That's so cute. I like the salamander.
Yeah. And look at how she is standing there, and it looks like she's making up her mind about something.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have a decision on your mind?
Mm-hmm.
A pathway, this way or that way? And then we see that in the foundation of this reading is the Chariot, and we see that this way or the that way. So there seems to be two paths in your life. And I'll resonate with that again because I see the Two of Pentacles in the fears and hopes position. And this is again about juggling two pathways or two options in your life, being here or being there. And something in your life, there could be a duality in your life. This could be for your career because Wands usually talks about careers. It could be about a relationship, whether to be with this person or that person. A duality. Do I want to commit to this or to that? So, does that sound about right for what you're wanting advice for?
Yep.
Okay, so in the center of this whole piece is where you're at right now. And this looks like the King of Cups, somebody who's mature in the way they love, somebody who is developing their emotional strength or has a lot of emotional strength. But sometimes they are so strong that they don't let on how they really feel about things to other people. Like sometimes they can really hold back their emotions because they don't want to dump their feelings on other people, but they are very emotionally sensitive. And it could be that there is a water sign in your life. Maybe if this is a career issue, it could be that you may be thinking of going for a career which involves helping people emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you like, you can tell me whether this is more relationship or more career, or just you. If you'd like to keep this very general about energies, we can do that too.
Can we just keep things general? because
Yes.
I'm not sure which path I want to go down right now.
All right. So we'll keep things very general, very fluid. We won't be very specific, but we have the option at any time to kind of get really specific with our specific 3D world, and personalities that are around us. Now we see that the obstacle is silence. This you may have a intuitive feeling, and that could be the way it's coming up as an obstacle is that you may want to have this deep feeling about something or have a really psychic or deep spiritual experience that guides you. And because it's coming up as an obstacle, it's like, I'm not sure whether this option is the right one because I'm not feeling it deep in my core or deep in my spirit that this is the option for me, the pathway for me. It could almost be like something in your life or an energy in your life, maybe even blocking your energy, your psychic or intuitive energy. And it could be an energy. So sometimes people come up as they are energies. They come up as personalities, who represent that energy to us.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in the past, it seems like there was a real sense of betrayal or like exhaustion, like just giving up. It could have been a physical illness or an emotional, like I'm too tired for this. Exhaustion in the past. And see how this person is lying on their face and they're reaching out for their broom, for something to get them to move forward. So they have all this in their back, and they're wanting to move forward in some way, getting hold of that broom. And then we see that what's on your mind is Nine of Wands, like being a little wary about going further. Things are better now. Like this Nine of Wands is like, things are better now. You've got some energy. It's not overwhelming you anymore. But you're still wounded from whatever happened in the past. So it's like you may be a little wary about, see, she's kind of standing there like, okay, defending her turf and like defending her body.
Defensive.
Yes.
They're back against a tree.
Back against a tree, and like, this is my safe place. I don't want to be pulled out of this safe place unless there's a very good reason. So I'm feeling really tired. I don't want to go try again, for something. So they want to be very careful. So this energy, the advice would be to be very careful or be very clear about how to move forward. Because it's a caution. For me, I read this as a caution. In front of you, there's love though. There's this cup of love being offered to you. Something you love or someone you love is around you. But in the past, their energy may have made you feel like this. But here they are. There is love here. There is a deep love here, in fact. Okay, so how are you seeing this whole situation? What are you doing?
This whole reading is about my relationships.
I'm glad you said it. Okay, so that kind of just helps me phrase the words appropriately, okay? So here you are, you're sort of looking around at, what's happening, in the environment with other people. There may be other ladies in your life or other people in your life, and they may be giving you conflicting advice. So this is like, okay, lots of people with lots of ideas about how to go about things around you. And you may have drawn on that energy because they may be pretty helpful, wise people in your life who can give you some good insight on what's going on in your relationship and any pattern that you're in. Because around you there is communication in this connection. There is communication, but there is this also when the Knight of Swords comes in, it could also show air energy. That there's a lot of like you or he may be talking about stuff quite a bit, but the communication is not what I would say 100% because it's the listening, you know, that because sometimes people can be different in their perspective. That talking doesn't always solve the problem because their core values and their core self may not even understand the words that you may be understanding. So communication seems to be the issue, and over communication may be the issue as well because this person is just may not be able to get it completely what you're saying.
Yeah.
They may need things to be they just may not, and we'll delve into why. Okay, we could delve into why. Here we see you kind of juggling the option, should I not. Seems to be an eternal dance, you know.
Yeah.
It's good and then down and then good and then down, and it's an eternal dance of is this something I want to commit to in the future. And we hear at the end of it is the Seven of Wands, which is somebody taking a stand. Somebody, you know, like this is again the energy of somebody who is standing their ground in their self-worth, knowing their value, and saying, I'm enough. Make sense? I could see by that reaction it makes sense to you. So that's the ultimate energy that you're taking into this. That's the framework you're using to solve this issue for you. Now this person is definitely, there is love here. We again see the Knight of Cups. There's love here, but there's an up and down quality to the love. And what you deep down want is the King of Cups. You want to feel like this. You want to feel very stable emotionally, that I love this person at 10 a.m. and I love this person at 6 p.m. And I love this person tomorrow and day after. Yes.
Even when they wake me up.
Yes. So there's this deep knowing that that's the kind of, you know, thing you want, or you know that this is who you are. So this is about yourself in this situation. So this is how you're presenting in the situation. Now, the other person may not be quite as mature as you, and emotionally. They may not have that kind of deep emotional intelligence, you know, or how do I put it? They may be in the, their energy may project back to you as a Knight of Cups. So you may feel that their emotions go up and down a little bit. They're very open, very loving one week or one day, and then they may seem like they're not
Like they're not available.
not available, yeah. Whereas you present like this, you're available and consistently, you know, there emotionally. So there could be this. That's why that makes complete sense, because you may be almost like teaching this person how to love. You know, so there's you do this, and then they say, oh, okay, that's how it's done. Okay, I'll get there. So they may be sort of learning from you. I don't know. That's what's coming across when I put all the cards together. Sort of, okay, they'll do this, and you'll do this, and then they'll do this, you know. So yeah, that's what we see. Any questions so far?
Not really. You're just confirming all of the readings that I've done myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just bringing all of the pieces together.
Yes. Yes.
So I guess my question would be, is all of the up and down worth it? Yeah.
So what is it worth it?
Yeah.
So just taking a deep breath, I'm going to actually pick up a different deck to answer this question, because we've used up the cards. So to take this deck, and with that question in mind, is the hard work worth it? Will it pay off, right?
Yeah.
And when? Okay. So tell me when to stop. Oh, okay. So I
That one
think we
wanted to
got
come in.
that. Yeah, you connect so beautifully. It's just amazing. Okay, okay, okay. So go ahead and stop. Tell me when to
Stop.
stop. Okay. So I'm going to pull this myself. So we got this card. Is this is the victory card?
Okay.
It dropped out reverse. So I just want to see. You may be feeling right now as if, will I ever win in this situation? Will I ever get to it? You know?
Well,
And
I got my happy ending.
will I, will, yeah, exactly. So, you are the Empress. You are the Empress. So, the Empress is a strong, nurturing energy. Um, you may be very connected to nature, to art, to anything creative, and you live that, you embody that, you have that. Um, and I find that what you could try in this situation is to withdraw from mm, teaching and allow this person to give to you, like receive. See, because they are coming in, and this is the second time they came in with the
Yeah,
Knight of
with the
Cups.
Knight of Cups.
Yes, they do love you. It's very strong. There's the Ace of Cups here. They love you. They are coming in with this offer. It would really help to see how this horse is flying off, with his ideas. And he wants to talk, like it seems like these are swords. Swords are talking, air, thoughts. And they're kind of really putting out a lot of thoughts towards this person, lots of communication. This person may not be able to receive that very well. And so it might help to withdraw some of the air energy, some of the thinking that you may be putting into this connection. Because, okay, the Knight of Swords wants a certain outcome, and they start to, the beautiful thing about them, I love them, but I have that very strongly in my own, persona. But they kind of teach and educate and explain, and that's their way of empowering themselves and others. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I see that you don't really need to make a choice right now. It's very interesting. So you're like, is it worth it in the long run? I would say take back some of that energy and allow this person to give their cup to you. So if you tend to communicate a lot, and sometimes this word can come up as texting, is to step back from that.
Okay.
Because they're a little slower, right? The Knight of Cups is a little bit slower. He hasn't quite found his base there in the relationship.
He's still flying.
He's still flying with his cup, waiting for that, seeing if there is someone who will receive it. He's looking for the one. And here the King of Cups is so content and together in himself and his understanding. He's unconditional, and he's kind of got it together in his heart chakra. Knight of Cups is still looking for love.
Okay.
So what that means is that as you embody your Empress, your divine feminine, which is about leaning back and allowing someone else to give love to you, you may notice that this situation kind of really starts to flower and open up. This is the Mother card as well. So is it worth it? Makes me wonder if for you being a mother is really important.
In terms of human children, no.
Okay.
But I love my animals as if they were my children. And I love my relationships as if I were a mother to them, giving
Okay.
them all that I have in every
Right.
moment.
Right.
Yeah, that's what a mom does.
Yes. So that nurturing energy is very attractive. Like it's something that you really want to embody, and especially like it's very attractive to the masculine for sure. So I would say that just be that. Just be your divine feminine. Be in your divine feminine, and allow this person to give to you. And I see in the outcome the lovers. And this came out reversed, which to me would mean that you don't need to choose right now. This choice you don't need to choose right now. You want to see how much energy you really want to give this person. And if they are not giving you the same quality energy or enough energy to sort of, what you need, then maybe it's time to, step back your energy.
Work for myself.
Yes. So because you're a natural giver, that may be like really strange, right? It's like it goes in here, but it doesn't really go in here.
Elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see what the cards have to say, because sometimes they have some great advice. And I'm going to ask the same question. Would it be worth it for... So the answer is to withdraw some of that energy, so that you don't have to ask that question.
Never thought of it that way. Thanks, Anna.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. So just tell me when to stop, and I'm going to pull some cards. Angels and guides. My reading guides.
Stop.
Lovely. Okay. So even though this card came out reversed, which is victory, you will win in the end. I mean, this is going to be going in your favor. And there's a gift coming for you. Yeah. And just sort of, loving, being your loving self, that's all you need to do. And maybe withdraw some of the Knight of Swords energy. Because yes, this person may be somebody who loves to think, and they love to kind of tell stuff about their hobbies or interests. And that may not be something you want to necessarily get engaged into. So I would say prioritize the divine feminine, the stuff that nurtures you back, the stuff that gives back to you. And that's exactly what I feel. I feel like you don't need to be the right or perfect partner for them. So sometimes we're like, okay, this person has this hobby, maybe we need to develop that interest or something like that. I don't know, is that making sense? Because that's another scenario in this.
That's something that other friends of mine do, but I figure if the two of us can't be ourselves without compromising, that do we really belong together?
Okay. Okay. So the question then would be, do you belong together? Right? Okay, so I'm going to actually tune in, and I'm going to ask, if you're okay with this, I'm going to go back to the thing. Is this meant to be? Angels and guides. If you want to, I again get the victory card. You will be successful in this connection. You will be successful in this connection. And sometimes that doesn't mean that you guys will be together. It means learning to balance. Like this is the balancing card between giving and receiving. And there is a success in managing that for sure. Okay. Okay, so this is a lovely reading, and in the sense that here is this person going forward and balancing themselves and learning. Justice card is again about balancing. So it's about balancing giving and receiving. That's the big message that you need to hear right now, is that like you water your plants, but if you overwater them, they start to die. So same principle. If you give too much to something that's not ready to receive it or get it, then it just gets overwhelming. We do that sometimes because we want the tree to grow quickly, or the relationship to sort of start, kind of becoming something really awesome really quickly. But this is kind of telling me really strongly, and that's what my guides say, that start to stop overgiving. Basically, just bring it back inside you, and allow this person to make that their choice. To stay, to go, to give more, to do more, to access you, to access the energy. Yeah, so that's what I feel. Time to balance the scales.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks, Ima.
You're welcome.
That's wonderful.
Okay, thank you. I'm just going to... Oh, it kept on recording, which is really cool. So I'm